everybody, how's it going? My name's Lizzie. Ooh, we're starting this reading on my actual clock is 3:33 in the afternoon. That's very significant, kicking off the reading. Anyway, how are you? I hope you're doing good. This reading, I want to come in and help anybody who's in a marriage, who's struggling. It doesn't have to be a big struggle. It could be just like minor bickering, or how do you bring the spice back. This is long-term or married or newly living together. You have to at least be living together for this reading. I'm going to open the can and see what's going on here. So let's start here. What's going on in your situation so I can help decipher if this is your reading. What's the tea, gosh? That's a lot. I meant to say God and gosh came out. So maybe that's something you say. This is a lot. I'm going to reshuffle. Clear and precise, please. Maybe you have a lot thrown at you right now. And you could be sleep deprived. I heard baby training for some of you, like sleep training. Oh dear, that's rough. Not a good time when you don't have sleep. Oh my God. Rest, look at right out of the gate. Yeah, a lot of you are snipping at each other because there's not a lot of sleep. There's new babies, there's traveling, there's, I don't know if you have a lot of like social stuff, sports, school going on. Why is rest here? Clear aura. Sleep on it before you guys talk about things. I know that people say it's bad to sleep on it, but in this case, I think the lack of sleep is your problem majority of the time, especially if you have a new baby, if you're starting new jobs, like changing your hours, if there's, I don't know why, whatever reason, your sleep is messed up and it's causing you guys to be a little bit snippy and short with each other. Because you can't take it out on your kids, you can't take it out on your boss, you can't take it out on your family, and you two are all really that you have. So there's a lot of snippy energy here, and if that's not it, if you guys have been apart, this is a reference to me that there's too much distance to the point where the spark is dying a little bit, and the clear aura would be one of you. You obviously came here because you want to save your relationship, so it's time to get out of this rest mode if you're traveling too much, if you're away too much, if you haven't been putting energy into your relationship. That's why the spark is dying. You need to start dating again. Go right back to the basics. Date, have date nights, do kinky shit to make it. Remind yourself why you fell in love in the first place. You need to do that every once in a while. Heal thyself. Okay, so maybe you guys went through a loss, like you could have had a miscarriage here, and if that sage is popping to me, whatever it is, whether it's a medical or a loss, this takes a lot out of people and it takes them out of character, and a lot of things and issues could have popped up while someone was grieving or while you were both grieving, and you kind of took it out on each other, and now those angry words are just lingering in the air, and that aura needs to be cleared because you're not addressing it. It's like, okay, I know that we were both grieving, I know we were both in a bad place, but you said this or I said that, and then I never, you know, acknowledged it, or they never acknowledged it, and it becomes a little bit of resentment. It becomes a little bit of brushing under the rug, and that can cause issues in a relationship. All right, let's get some clarifiers. Why is rest here? Naked. Yeah, you need to go to bed with each other. Remind each other of where your parts fit. Please, some of you, it's just a lack of time and courting and putting romance in, and make time for sex. Like, you guys have made too many excuses to the point of, do you even remember when the last time you guys had sex for some of you? It's time to get down on it. For the rest of you, if you do have booty but you aren't spending time with each other, it's the opposite. Like, put the pants on and go out and talk to each other over a meal. Put more into the relationship and less into the sex for a minute. Or put more into the sex and less into the duties and stuff that come up. You know what I mean? Bare your soul. Bare your true feelings. Is also here. Like, you're tired of a lot of things. You're frustrated with a lot of things. And you don't want to hurt feelings and you don't want to bicker at each other. But there's a lot of things that you want changed. And it's just making you more angry every day that goes by that they do these things or these things happen because you aren't addressing it, and it's just further aggravating you, which causes you to be snippy. It's time to tell the truth on what you're just over, you're tired, you just don't want to do or tolerate anymore. What is this clear aura? Child, give yourself permission to play. You need to have fun together. It can't just be responsibilities, and it can't just be romance. Like, you gotta be best friends too. Like, I know it's so hard. You got parents, you got job, you got your kids, you got your job, you got your life, and then you have your relationship, and there's so many hats that you have to wear. But you forget, like, the best time in your life is just hanging out, laughing when you were with your friends. And the best part of being in a relationship is you can also be best friends, hang out, laugh, and, you know, share a smooch or two. Mix the two, but go out and make sure you're sharing interests, that you're not just focusing on one person's hobby all the time. That can get frustrating. Make sure that you're sharing responsibilities. Kitty, you're sharing responsibilities with the kids so that they don't get frustrated. You almost flipped it off, guys. So you can come over here, though. Come on, baby. This is Gaia, everyone. Say hi, Gaia. Just make sure children aren't always the excuse why you guys aren't spending time together. But most part, go have some fun together. Live it up. Party. That's what brings the spice in. Let's heal thyself. I know, baby. I'm sorry. My stuff's in your way. Alien, you guys, what happens in relationships when you've been together a long time? You become different people as you age. And you guys are remembering each other when you were younger, when you first got together, but you're very, very different people. And you're having a hard time communicating. This person doesn't seem to understand where you're coming from. You can't understand where they're coming from. There's a lot of miscommunication going on. Oh dear. So how can we help you save this relationship? Let's close out your reading. Healing has to happen. You have to choose to forgive the past and truly let it go and not keep dredging it up. So therefore, if something's bothering you and you guys talk about it, it has to be deaded there. It can't be brought up in another fight. You can't think about it the next day. Like, I mean, sometimes it's impossible, but you have to remind yourself, I chose to forgive and I'm moving on. If you cannot forgive, if you cannot move on, then perhaps saving it isn't what's best, but healing has to come for any growth. You can't hold on to things. Gateway, that when you heal and let go and talk to each other and finally open up and stop being afraid to hurt each other's feelings, not that you have to say it rude, don't be vindictive or anything like that, but once you let it out of your soul and you guys see each other's perspective and you talk about it, sometimes, yes, it can cause a fight, but it will inspire change because you got it out of your body. Some of you are going to be having children, and this is what's causing a lot of your fights. Maybe you're pregnant and stressed out, or you're trying to figure out how you're going to have a baby. There's so much stress here. Don't worry. I do see a pregnancy if you lost. If you guys are struggling because of loss of a child, I do see you having a rainbow baby, which means that soul returning to you in a different vessel. Trust spirit. Keep praying and trust each other. Talk to each other. Trust that your relationship can withstand you guys being honest with each other. What you want, what they want. You can make it work. You just got to talk to each other. hope this was helpful. Please give me a thumbs up below if it was. See you next time. Love you guys. Bye.